Heavenly War, the rebellion of Lucifer. Heaven, the realm of glory and holiness. Heaven, a place where light, glory, and absolute holiness envelop all creation. It is the dwelling place of God Almighty, seated on his throne, surrounded by countless radiant angels. Among these glorious beings, one stood out above all, a magnificent creation, perfect in wisdom, beauty, and power, Lucifer, the morning star of dawn. But one day, heaven trembled. Something unprecedented occurred, a rebellion within the holiest place in the universe. 1. Lucifer, the anointed cherub of radiance. Lucifer was no ordinary angel. The Bible describes him as the anointed cherub who covers, Ezekiel 28:14, a special angel positioned close to God's throne. He was not only beautiful, but also possessed unparalleled wisdom. Every precious stone, sapphire, emerald, and diamond reflected light from his being. He led the heavenly orchestra. Music flowed from him like a divine symphony, Ezekiel 28:13. But the closer he stood to the light, the more a dangerous thought took root in his heart. I can be like the Most High. I too can sit on the throne. That thought, just a tiny spark, ignited a rebellion unlike anything in the history of the universe. 2. From admiration to envy. For ages, Lucifer served before God's throne. He saw how all angels worshipped him, witnessed his unmatched power and glory. But then pride crept into his heart. Why should everyone worship God and not him? Why must he, the most beautiful, the wisest, and the most powerful of all angels, bow down? The prophet Isaiah recorded Lucifer's inner thoughts. I will ascend to the heavens. I will raise my throne above the stars of God. I will sit enthroned on the Mount of Assembly, on the utmost heights of Mount Zaphon. I will ascend above the tops of the clouds. I will make myself like the Most High. Isaiah 14:14. Part 3. The Gathering Darkness. The Secret Rebellion. At first, Lucifer did not reveal his plan openly. He secretly influenced other angels, those who also felt discontent or were mesmerized by his grandeur. He whispered seductive words into their ears. We have been restrained for too long. Why should we not rule alongside him? Is God truly fair? He holds all power, yet we, the strongest among the angels, must remain forever submissive. If I ascend to the throne, I will give you freedom, status, and glory. Lucifer's words spread like poison, seeping into the minds of many angels. A third of heaven's angels began to waver. They looked at him with admiration, drawn to the idea of a new heaven where they would no longer have to bow before the Creator. Lucifer was no longer a being of light. He had become Satan, the adversary, the deceiver, the rebel. Chapter 4. The moment of outbreak, war in heaven. The day of reckoning arrived. Lucifer declared his rebellion. He and his army of fallen angels assembled, prepared to challenge the authority of heaven. The heavens shook, thunder roared, shouts echoed across eternity. A war erupted, not between mortals, but between celestial beings of unimaginable power. Leading the armies of God, the archangel Michael drew his sword. He declared, "Who is like God?" That is the meaning of Michael's name, a declaration that no one can be equal to the Almighty. He charged into battle, his sword shining like lightning, striking against Lucifer and his rebels. Thunder exploded. Light and darkness clashed violently. The battle between righteousness and rebellion had begun. Epilogue. Lucifer had once been the brightest star, but his light had turned into the deepest darkness. The rebellion had begun, but the war was not yet over. Heaven was about to witness an unprecedented upheaval. Who would emerge victorious? What would become of Lucifer and his followers? Stay tuned for episode 2, Satan Cast Out of Heaven, the final judgment of the fallen angels. Bản dịch này giữ nguyên nội dung, nhấn mạnh yếu tố kịch tính và cảm xúc. Nếu bạn muốn chỉnh sửa hoặc bổ sung chi tiết nào, hãy cho mình biết nhé.